All right, back again for another great question that we get asked all the time.
That's right.
And what is it, Adam?
How do I actually build a database?
A database. Okay. This is the big one. By the way, I have found that the most successful real estate agents in the world, this is their number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually determine how well somebody's business is doing by their database.
That's right.
So first, before we say how to build it, why don't you kind of define what a database is?
Yeah, I think a database is a group of people, that know you're in real estate, that know, like, and trust you.
Okay.
To keep it really simple.
Yeah, super simple.
Yeah.
So how do we build it? So first thing I would do is get your phone out.
Yeah.
Right?
Best place to start.
Go to your iPhone, or if you use a BlackBerry, which not many people do.
Yeah.
You're going to scroll down to the very bottom of your iPhone, and at the very bottom, you'll see number of contacts in there.
Yep.
Right? That's the beginning of your database.
Yeah.
Now, typically speaking, the people on your phone, you're probably going to have the strongest relationships with.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's right.
Now, let's go on the flip side of the opposite side. You can also go to your social media.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like Facebook, do you know the max amount of friends you can have on Facebook?
So, like, is it 5,000?
5,000, that's right.
Yeah.
So potentially, if you look at your Facebook, I'm maxed out. You're probably not maxed out.
I'm working on it.
You probably got 500.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's probably
I've
right.
got 5,000, so I'm maxed out. Now, these relationships online aren't as strong as the one in my phone.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is still part of your database, a different type, but that's where you can start building your database. All right, so now let's say, I get this question all the time. Well, I'm not from the area.
Yeah.
How do I build a database? Now,
Really good one.
quick check. Your phone is still your database because
100%.
people know people moving or buying, or they
100%.
know people, let's say, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
100%.
If you're from Minnesota or
Yep.
California, people
Yep.
know people in Dallas. So,
Yeah, I actually, this one hits home for me. 'Cause
Okay.
That was my biggest thing was, well, why would I start with my phone? Because all my friends and family and contacts were all in El Paso.
Yeah.
Which is like 12 hours away from here.
So give me a script that you would say to those people in El Paso to build your database
so
here in Dallas.
It was just ring, ring. Hey, it's me, Adam. I don't know if you know this, but I'm starting this new career in real estate.
Love it.
And I know you know a lot of great people. Who do you know that I should know that might be making a move to Dallas?
Awesome.
That I can talk to today.
Good. And now let's go to that script and then add a little bit layer too.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't know anybody, who do you know that lives in Dallas?
Yeah, that's good.
That I should know, that I'd love to meet. Let me take them to coffee. And if you don't mind, I'll use your name. And then boom, I call up. Hey, Joe, this is Adam. I'm sorry, this is Denton.
Yeah.
I talked to our friend Adam, which sounds like we're mutual friends.
Yeah.
I'm from El Paso. He's from El Paso. He said at one point in time, y'all knew each other. I'd love to take you to coffee just to introduce you myself and show you what I'm doing here in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Right? And typically speaking, because Adam referred me to Joe,
Right.
Joe at minimum will take that phone
Correct.
call, and at maximum go coffee with me.
Yeah.
And then I start building a relationship.
100%.
Good.
100%.
All right. Second thing, I would say community.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of goes back to where you spend your time.
Yeah.
For me personally, I went to Baylor University.
Yeah.
So I had two communities I could immediately plug into. One was Baylor alumni.
Yeah.
They had a youth Baylor alumni.
Nice.
They met every morning at Lowry's at 6 a.m. for a
Nice.
breakfast off of the tollway. So I went to that. Now, when I went there, the one thing I noticed is I was all in my 20s and everybody else was much more mature and older, 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. They had a youth alumni. So I immediately joined that, and I started running the softball
Nice.
organization or,
Okay.
or extracurricular sports because
Yeah.
I played sports in college. So next thing you know, now I'm in a room with a bunch of 20-year-olds building their business, building their careers,
Awesome.
moving to Dallas.
Yeah.
And that's actually where I first started building a ton of my business was that Baylor Alumni
There you
Association.
go. Yeah.
The second thing is I was lucky to be in a fraternity at Baylor. So I went to the local Sigma Chi chapter.
Nice.
They
Yeah.
met in Ozonas off Mockingbird and Greenville.
Wow.
And it was a lunch. I can't remember the quite day anymore. And I went there. I met GP Terrio, a bunch of great people there, and I started building a business off of other fraternity brothers, and started building business that way. So I went to my community, if that makes sense.
It does.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be your college. It could be maybe something you love. Like you have a community where right now with your fitness.
And CrossFit.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're starting to actually build some business out of
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Yeah. I think I've learned this from you. You always said, don't just go to your community, but take kind of a leadership role.
That's right.
Right? Because they naturally want to follow, ask you questions, and you're leading them.
That's right.
When I first got into real estate too, it took me too long, like 6 months to do it, but I went back to the swimming community that I was in. So I coached a lot of kids and got to know their parents very well. So I dove in really deep there and
Yes.
just started to pull out a lot of business.
There you go. That's it. All right. So last one, just to get your memory. It's called the memory jogger. That's what I was given, and it's called the telephone book strategy.
What's that?
Telephone book strategy.
Oh, okay.
Right. Telephone book. For those that don't know, this is the yellow pages of books. Right. You could just go to google.com, go to yellowpages.com.
There you go. Yeah.
Now, let's assume we start with A. For example, the first one on A would be an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then now go through your memory. Start writing down all the accountants that you know.
Okay.
Okay, and you go A through Z, right? Let's say B, that could be anybody like a barber or somebody that cuts hair. Okay, so write down everybody you know that does that and start building a relationship with them, right?
Yeah.
C, okay, let's say car salesman. Okay, how many people do I know that are in the car industry?
Yeah.
Okay, write all those people down, and you're going to start building relationships with those people to build out your database as well. You go A through Z.
That's a really cool. I like that because it also makes you think of their role and what they do and kind of how you can help them as well.
Right? I actually have a one-page deal that's a memory jogger, so you don't have to get your yellow pages out. And it has a list of all the people that you'd want to say, you know what, I know somebody that's a financial planner.
That's
cool.
cool.
You know what, I know somebody that's in IT. Oh, wait, you know what, I know somebody that's in apartment locating.
And then you kind of become the connector as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
You become the connector. So if you want that one pager, email us.
Absolutely.
Like, subscribe, reach out to Adam. We'll get that to you. So you can kind of start going through that process. Anything you want to close out with?
No, I think that was great. Just, I think as you guys have seen, a common theme is keep it simple.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
Super simple. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.